So, what's the vibes like in Vietnam in 2025? Let's talk about it. If you're new here, welcome. To all my subscribers, to all the Finding My Tribe fam, thank you for showing up to another video. I'm Ronnie. I am a 10-year expat from New Jersey, and I'm basically on a journey traveling, looking for those places and spaces that make me feel like sunlight. Okay, that really fill my soul. And I'm looking for places that have real food, great communities, places that I really feel like I'm home, right? So I'm on this journey, and if you're like me and if this is interesting to you, then definitely hit the subscribe button, press notifications so you know when I drop another video, and let's get into it. Okay. So vibes in Vietnam in 2025. How am I feeling? First of all, I'll start off. This is my first pet sit outside of Australia, right? So this is like a nice luxury pet sit. But when I first arrived here, I actually fell down the steps, okay? I went tumbling down, right? So it was like the family was getting their things together, showing me around the house. This house has like 4 floors, and I'll show you the rooftop, okay? So I'll show you that. But so they were showing me around or whatever, and then we got down to almost the first floor. Then I went down the steps or whatever and slipped and just fell. And I mean, I went flying up like boop, and I injured my pinky. I don't know if you can see. It's like black and bluish, right? It's just, ugh. So it's been bothering me for the past couple of days. That's why I'm kind of late with this video. Today is feeling okay, right? But it's been really bothering me. It's been draining my energy because it's been really sore. I have some notes here, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. I want to stay on topic. Yeah, definitely stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to actually show you how to avoid all the chaos that happens. Like, when you arrive in Hanoi, you don't want to go through the hassle of, a taxi cab driver, getting you in his cab and then taking all your money. You don't want to do that, right? There's a way that you can get exactly where you need to go and pay very little money, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So how are the vibes? For me, this is not the first time that I've been here. This is like my 4th or 5th time being here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the vibes ain't vibing, right? The weather's good. I'm going through some pros and cons, but overall it's just not giving me what I'm looking for. And I think honestly, this is just, I've been here one too many times, right? So I'm looking for some different energy, different experiences. So I think that's like one of the main reasons why it's like, time to move on. So stick around for what's next. Some pros, of course, the food, okay? That's one of the major pros. Right now I'm looking at a coconut tree. Let me try to show you what I'm looking at, right? Just want to show you, hope you can see, right? So there's some coconuts I'm looking at. Very nice. Of course, they have my my watermelon with the seeds all up in it. And that's my happy place, right? Anywhere that I can get real fresh fruits and vegetables and just great food, I have access to all of that here, so that makes me very happy. What else? The coffee. Okay, I'm drinking some coffee right now. Okay, at this house they have plenty of coffee. I mean, good stuff. So I don't even have to go out and buy it. It's right here. There's lots of coffee cafes, where they sell great coffee and you can get something to eat, get a croissant, get whatever you want, and just sit there and work. So they have a lot of cafes where you can just work and relax. So that's great. Yeah, and I caught up with my friend, Miss Carla. Okay, so you met Miss Carla. I'll put the video up here somewhere where I interviewed her. Okay, she's like the female Indiana Jones. So I caught up with her, and I'll show you more of that in another video. Also, walkability. I mean, you know, you have to deal with motorbikes, you know, flying around everywhere, but it's very walkable. And the weather, it's nice and cool. Today's like in the 60s, I would say like low to mid 60s. It's nice and cool. It's my type of weather, so I love that. And convenience, you know, it's very easy to get whatever you need. Even though I don't speak Vietnamese, I have Google Translate, and I know, you know, certain phrases just to get by. And it's easy. It's just kind of easy to get around and do what you have to do. So those are the pros. So some cons. Everybody's just kind of busy. It's the Tet holiday in Vietnam right now. The Tet holiday is like the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, and it's one of the most important celebrations in Vietnamese culture. So it's similar to the Chinese New Year, and both are based on the lunar calendar. This holiday marks the beginning of spring, and it's the time for families to come together, honor their ancestors, and pray for good fortune in the coming year. So this is the Tet holiday that I'm here. So not all businesses are open. There's still plenty of businesses open, but many of them are closed, and it's just kind of more of a relaxed atmosphere. I've been here for about a week, and people are just, I don't know. Even though it's a holiday, people aren't like happy. You know, I don't know. All I can do is like tell you the energy that I'm feeling. It's like people are frowned up everywhere. Now, of course, you know, I come with my light energy, and I smile to people, and they smile back. And, you know, people are not, as long as you're friendly to people, they'll be friendly back to you. But just overall, just walking the streets or whatever, everybody's just kind of frowned up, you know, busy, doing what they're doing. I've seen a lot of expats here, so that's been cool. A lot of African brothers and sisters, so that's been cool. But everybody's just frowned up. And I'm just like, it's not the vibes I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for laid back vibes, smiles, seriously. So that's a con. Everybody looks so serious, you know. Another con, the quality, air quality is not the best, of course, you know. A big one is that I've been here before, and it's just kind of like a rerun. It's just, I'm not glowing here, okay? You know what I always tell you, you know, go where you glow. But I ain't glowing right now. It's not terrible. I'm not having a terrible time, and I'm glad to be here for sure. But I'm looking for a different experience. And it's also very important for me to be in countries where I actually want to learn the language, right? So that's another con for me. So let's talk about really quickly my experience getting here to Hanoi from Melbourne. I took a flight from Melbourne to Guangzhou, China, and that experience, I'll put some footage up here. Talk about that. One thing that was weird, okay, I had some great food. Okay, and I'll put a clip. I had some green vegetables in the airport, and it was fabulous. But what was weird is that the airport, see, this was my first time in the Guangzhou airport, and it was just almost sterile. First of all, there was like announcements in English all the time. And I'm just like, okay, I'm in China right now. Why am I hearing so much English? Second of all, it wasn't like lively and loud, right? The last time I was in China, I was at the airport in Shanghai. And I just remember, it was like loud and people were this was before 2020, okay? So it was always like loud and lively and, it wasn't like sterile and so quiet. It was so quiet. And I had to wait about, 8 hours, 7 hours in the airport. So I arrived there at like 5 in the morning, but I had to wait a long time. And it was pretty quiet the whole time. It was weird. I felt like I was in a movie. I'm like, is this China? Why is this airport so quiet and so like sterile and robotic? It was weird. But anyway, didn't have any problems. I arrived in Hanoi, and let me get into why you're here, right? So I arrived in Hanoi, and I'm gonna put a clip on what you do to avoid taxi scams. All you have to do is follow this video. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Now, all I did was I walked out of the airport, and then it's like I went down and then I crossed this little street and then I went to the left and there's a bus stop, okay? And the 86 bus, I believe, takes you downtown Hanoi. So whatever hotel you're staying at, this bus will get you to the downtown area and you can show the bus driver where you're going. And then, he'll be like, all right, or whatever, and he'll, flag you once you're close. Also, before you leave the airport, make sure you get a SIM card so that you'll be able to look on Google, put your address in, and then you'll be able to get on the bus and then just, look at the map. And the map will tell you exactly where you are. And so you'll know exactly how to get to where you need to go very easily, right? And I'm gonna put the price of what a cab will cost over here. And then I'm gonna also put the price of what I paid for on the bus. I mean, the amount of money you save by simply taking the bus is almost laughable, okay? Because a taxi cab driver screaming, hello, where are you going? That should be red flag number one, okay? They speak Vietnamese here, and that person is ready to drain your wallet as soon as you land. You don't want that to happen. You do not need to take a cab. Take the bus and save your coins. I'm all about saving money, traveling and saving as much as you can, keeping your coins in your pocket. So I'm gonna put both prices. And I'll show you the savings, okay? So you pay very little money. I think I paid, I can't remember, but I'll have it up on the screen. Very little. You pay very little money. And I'm gonna show you, just the ride. It's like a very comfortable ride. I'll show you the sights that I saw sitting on the bus. Very relaxing. Stay tuned to the next video, because I'm gonna start a video series not only talking about like my travels and what's going on with that, but I'm gonna start talking about mindset, because it is so important nowadays. It's so important to like really understand how things work so that you can start living your best life now. I mean, I say that all the time, but it's like, well, how do you actually do that? Because before I actually moved from the States, like, you know, I'll put the video right here, like why I left America, right? I'll put that video here. But before I got to that point, I've been working on my mindset for years, okay? And so I'm going to start talking about like focusing on universal law, because these are the laws that matter. We're going to start learning about that. I'm going to give you, in the next video, there'll be a PDF that I'll put in the link in the description, okay? So look out for that in my next video. Also, I have an Escape the States guide. That'll be in this video in the description. Click on that. Get on my email list, okay? I'll be working on a newsletter, and we'll be discussing that, you know, talking about that more. The mindset and how you have to get control of your mindset and get control of your thoughts before you can make major shifts, major positive shifts in your life. Because I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she was telling me everything that was going on in the States that I didn't know. I heard about the DEI situation, but I didn't know about a lot of other things that were happening. That happened. And this is why I think it's so important to really talk about these things, because I'm so sick of us getting used. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you don't know, when you don't have a clear picture of what you want in your life, it's impossible to reach your goals and to step into your best version of life when you don't know what you want to do, right? And a lot of us, especially if you're in the States, you don't know what you want to do because you're exhausted, because you're eating fake foods, because you're bombarded with media, fear, and nonsense. You're constantly in a chaotic situation, and you don't have the time or the space to even think, to rest, first of all, and then think about what it is you really want. And so we're going to get all into that in these next few videos, because this is why I say, for those of you who really want to travel, I'm not talking to everybody, okay? If you don't want to travel, if you have no interest in travel at all, then this is not the channel for you. But for those of you who you're looking at my videos and you're looking at other travel videos because this is something that in your soul that you really want to do, then these next couple of videos are really going to be helpful, because you have to change your mindset. It's all mindset. It's all energy. See, the media in the States, they keep you in a constant state of fear, because the people behind the scenes understand that in order for them to manifest what they want, they use your energy. They siphon your energy by keeping you in a state of fear, because what you fear is what you attract, okay? What you are afraid of and you think about a lot is what you must attract. This is why we're going to get into these universal laws. These are the only laws that really matter, okay? Because all these man-made laws, you know, it's like they change with the wind. They change with the weather. Why? Because they don't matter. Okay? Universal laws, they matter. Okay? Laws from the Most High, they matter. But all these other laws, you know, that these criminals are, you know, putting on you, they don't matter. Okay? You got crazy people doing crazy things. What I'll leave you with, because I don't want to make this video too long. What I want to leave you with is something that I've just always kept in my mind. This is something that if you start doing this now, today, okay, try this for a week. and see what happens. Like, comment down below and let me know, okay? Just try this for a day. Try this for a week. Follow this one rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. What does that mean? Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you don't want somebody cursing you out, don't curse somebody else out. If you don't want to be lied to, don't lie to others. Follow that one rule. You know, since I was a kid, that was like, you know, I was in church, whatever. I had to go to church when I was a kid, but that was the one thing that stuck with me. You know, it was like, as a kid, I was like, you know, I want to be a good person, and, you know, how do I do that? And that was just, I just always remembered that, and I followed that, you know. Now, I'm not perfect or whatever, but it's like I try to follow that one rule all throughout my life. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. You don't want to be lied to, don't lie to others. You don't want to be cursed at, don't curse at others. You know, it's like, this is like the baseline of how I try to live my life, especially now, you know. Do that because you want good things to happen to you. You have to start changing how you think, how you behave. Do it as an experiment and just see what happens, okay? And I've got lots of videos coming up for sure. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make this short. I hope this video was helpful. And as I always say, you know, let's make 2025 the best year ever, because you're gonna take control of your mind. You're gonna take control of your emotions. This is what we're doing on this channel, because we're not here for the foolishness. We're not here for it. We're not gonna have our energy siphoned by criminals anymore. All right? This is Ronnie Light. I love you. And as always, just reminding you to always go where you glow.